I'm going to make paneer da pyaja today. For that, the first step is to have the 3 tomatoes. As you can see, I have just removed the back eye of it, and then I am boiling it. So I also have this much of overnight soaked kaju. So if you have not soaked the kaju, you can boil it along with the tomato, but I have soaked it very well. So I will be directly grinding this instead of boiling along with tomato. I also have this homemade paneer that I have made with half half kg of full cream milk. So this is the piece that I have got. So I had kept it in fridge in water. I have removed it out of fridge and removed the earlier water and put some normal water now, and until I cook it will be in this. So you can see its color is little different, and there are some leaves. Basically, since I am making it at home, I add little turmeric and kasuri methi etc. to this while making the paneer. So the paneer taste and flavor enhances a lot. So while this 3 tomatoes, and along with 3 tomatoes I have added some um, roots of coriander. So if you do not have roots, you can put stems of coriander. It gives really nice flavor to your masala. So after these are done, I will be grinding them. So let me boil it for, I am reducing the flame. I will cover it now, and I will boil it for 10 to 15 minutes until the tomatoes are completely well boiled. So my tomatoes are boiled almost. I will add little bit more water because the earlier water is over. So I am adding little bit more water, and I will let it boil for 4 to 5 minutes more. It's better to boil the tomato very well, then it will have very nice creamy consistency. That's what I want. And also the soreness goes away when your tomato is well cooked. So let it boil some more time in a slow flame, and then I will stop it. So the kajus, I have already made a paste of it. You can see the color is not pure white because in the same grinding jar I had made black pepper powder as well as hing powder. The link to which how to make them at home, the hing powder I will give the link to it. So I made the kaju paste and I am keeping it there because kaju and tomato will not be going together. So I am after making paste I will leave it and I will put it when the masala is ready. So the tomatoes are cooked completely. Now I will switch up the gas and I will let it cool before I can grind. Before grinding, I will be removing these roots of coriander. If you have used the stems, clean stems, then you can grind it along with the coriander, along with the tomato, those coriander stems. But since these are roots, I am not going to grind them. I will be throwing these ones out. And now, yeah, to make the paneer the pyaja, I have taken one small onion and one medium onion, and I have make them into 4 pieces. So the pyaja part of my dish will be at 2 to 3 layers of the outside. So like 1, 2, 3, more than enough. So like this, from each of them I will take out the outer side, outer 3, and I will 3 layers, and I will be separating them out, and that I will use for my pyaja part of the paneer pyaja, and remaining I will finely chop so that that will go to the masala. Along with this pyaz, I will also put half a capsicum, that is optional. I will put because I have it in the fridge. It's a half piece, so that of that also I will take out some pieces. So it will not be all these I will be not be using, at least around 12 to 15 pieces of these outer layers I will use. If you want, you can cut them to 4 pieces. Like these pieces you can make another 2 pieces, but I will be keeping them in this size only. I will not be making any smaller size. Yeah, so this will be used for that. So I have taken these 7-8 big garlic pods, and I will be chopping them off. So one fast way to chop the garlic is to either basically you need not to even remove the peel, just take the garlic pod like this and then press like this. So by pressing it get crushed, and the peel will come out very easily, and now you can chop them up. So I have almost everything ready. So I have cut 2 green chilies like this in a longer slice. Then this around 2 inch of adrak into small pieces, 7 to 8 garlics into chopped crust and then chopped. Then around 1 big onion finely chopped, and these are the onion outer pieces that I have taken out to make the paneer the pyaja, and half the capsicum. And this is the paneer that I will be using. I am not going to roast my paneer. It's a fresh homemade paneer. I am fine, it will be soft only, so I do not want to roast. And now let's make the masala that we want for our curry. So to go with, first I'll take this half teaspoon of haldi, then little bit of black pepper, then this is the red chili. If you have Kashmiri red chili, you use. Mine is not Kashmiri, so I will be using just 1 teaspoon because I have 2 green chilies also. It will be little less colorful, but I am just fine. If you have Kashmiri red chili, you do. And then I will use a little bit of garam masala, that's I have made homemade, around half teaspoon or maybe little more. Okay, and then I will be putting about 3 teaspoons of dhania powder. Yeah, this will be a little more. Okay, around 3-4 teaspoon. And I will be putting half teaspoon of or maybe little lesser than that jeera powder, little more. Yeah, so this is what all the masalas. So I added some water and mix it, let it be sitting while I need the masala. I will use it. So I will take out these tomato peels, they are so nicely cooked. I will be actually washing these peels in water so that whatever remaining flesh attached to the peels, they will be taken out in the water, and that water I will use in the gravy. Alright, so I will take out these roots. Okay, seems good. So let this be there, and I will be now grinding it. So my kadai is hot. To this I will be putting around 1 to 2 tablespoon of oil, and I'm spreading the oil around. This is a cold pressed sunflower oil. You can use any oil of your choice. Now to the oil I will add some khada masala, just 1 cardamom, 1 bay leaf, and a piece of dalchini, and around 2 to 3 cloves. Yeah, that's all I will be putting into this. I already have added garam masala. This is just to give little bit of flavor, additional flavor. Now once this is ready, I am going to put around 1 teaspoon of jeera, and then little bit of hing. This is my homemade hing powder. I will give the link in the description. I will give the link on how to make the hing powder. Alright, so let's mix it all. It's all good. Increasing the flame, and the first thing that goes is the onion. So in a slow flame, let the onions get cooked. I will not be adding salt. I generally follow this way. I am following step Bhupinder. You will find his YouTube channel. He really gives nice tips and tricks. By following him only, I have made this paneer on my own, and this is the first time I felt so successful at homemade paneer. Normally when I make homemade paneer, they will get chunked up, or the other processes that I receive are very complex, like washing the paneer multiple times, blah. This is the easiest way he told, and the right technique on how to make. So you can definitely check out his channel. Yeah, so let the onions get cooked well, and later I will add garlic and other stuff. So the the onion was well cooked, like this golden, and then I added the garlic just half a minute back. I thought I am recording, but it was not recording. But yeah, so I added the garlic. So the garlic will be cooked for another 1 minute. After the garlics are cooked for 1 minute, I will add the ginger and chili because they need less cooking. So let it cook for another half minute. Then I will be adding the ginger and chili. So though it has been already 1 minute since the garlic is getting roasted along with the onion. Now I am adding the green chilies and the ginger, grated ginger, or the finely chopped ginger to this, and I will let it roast for 1 minute. So if you see, so far I have not added any salt. So let the ginger also get roasted for a minute, and then I will be adding the tomato paste. The ginger is also getting roasted well along with the chili and the garlic and onion. At this point, it's almost 1 minute since the ginger is done. So now I am going to add this tomato puree. I will add this masala that I had mixed and added water. Sorry, the spoon fell. Alright, so I will at this point the flame is high. And I'm going to add the salt around 1.5 teaspoon. So depending on the, and this paneer is around maximum probably 100 gram, not more than that. So let this tomato get cooked very well, and when it is completely cooked, all this foam and everything has to go up and the oil has to come up. When it is completely cooked, I'll be adding the kaju paste. Now it is time to fry my onion and capsicum. So I am taking this separate kadai, little bit of oil at a high flame. When the oil is there, I will just in a high flame only I will be roasting this onion slices and like these onion covers and the capsicum that I have. So first I will be adding the capsicum. The oil is hot. To this let me first add the capsicum. So with this high flame only I will be roasting it. I will be continuously stirring and roasting. They will be little raw in taste, but that is what I want. The idea is not to cook very well, but just make them golden brown from every side. And once these are done, I will be doing the same thing with my onions also. So you can see they are getting roasted. This gas is the slow burner of mine, so it's not giving enough high heat. Hence it is taking more time. If it was a regular stove, it would be better. But this is ready. At this stage, I will take these out to a plate. So they will be added to the paneer at the end only. So the capsicums are done and out. Now I will be adding the onions. Somehow I have water in my plate, looks like. So with the same high heat, I will be roasting my onions, making sure every piece is roasted. So they are overlapping on each other. So yeah, just make sure you are separating them out, so that every piece is getting the direct heat. If it was a flat kadai, it would have been better. But now that it's a small one, it's a deep one, not the ideal way to roast my onions. But we have to manage. When you do, you can use it with a flat one. So yeah, so I will be making sure all the pieces are touching the kadai surface so that they can get little burnt at the outside. So that's why I'm separating them. But they are so smooth and they are coming down and overlapping on each other. You can see it. So let this be burnt some more. So keep the flame high whenever you are making, and use a flat kadai. I am not using the ideal kadai. But yeah, you can see they are almost done. That's all we need. Alright, so this is done. Now I'll take it out. I'll keep them along with my capsicum, which I will be adding at the end. Here my tomatoes, I had reduced the flame. My tomatoes are well cooked, looks like. There is no foam or anything. I'll again increase the flame. At this stage, I will be adding the kaju paste that I have. And mix it well. Keep mixing for 1 to 2 minutes. The kaju is well mixed. At this point, I have cut my paneer. So I will be adding all these paneer pieces slowly. So the paneer is just required to be cooked for 1 to 2 minutes, not more than that. So I am mixing it well. Also you may be seeing that the soups are little more than the actual paneer. But since I am going to add the capsicum and onions, this will be enough. So let it be cooked for a minute. Yeah. So after adding the kaju paste, Yeah, it has become very creamy. So I'm reducing the flame and leaving it. It's been already 1 minute. At this point, I am going to add my capsicum and onion and mix it. All right. This is done. No need to cook anymore. Just switch off the gas. So at this point, it's all gas and everything is off. I am going to garnish it with little bit of homemade crushed kasuri methi leaves. Okay. And then also little bit of coriander leaves, fresh coriander leaves, and I will mix it up so that all the flavors of this garnishing will get mixed into my gravy, and everything is perfect. Let me take it out into a bowl. So this is the final product. Our homemade, almost every masala that is used are homemade. So looks so yummy as well as taste very well. I just tried. The gravy is so tasty, and even the onion, the capsicum, the paneer pieces, they are all soft and not chewy and very nice, like more than a restaurant, I would say. So do give it a try at your home and make it and let me know how do you like it, and do comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. So I am going to enjoy my parboiled rice cooked with paneer or whey water. You can see it's perfect. There is no problem. Only thing is you will get the flavor of the whey water. So if you are somebody who do not like that flavor, then it may be difficult. But if you make biryani or pulao etc. with that water, you will not even get that flavor. And here is my paneer do pyaja, that with the same paneer water that I made the rice, and the link to both of it I'll be giving above as well as in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your meal. Thank you. Bye.